Well, hello, everyone. My name is Maureen Edwardson of Inner Resonance Technologies, and I'm so grateful to the team at We the World for inviting me once again to do a presentation for uplifting, for opportunities for healing, for coming together in clean, clear, um, joyful ways to have this opportunity together to bring ourselves to a new level of clarity, a new level of freedom, a new level of peace within, and intention for rippling all of that out into the greater world. So, as I record this, it is January the 15th, MLK 40 Days of Peace has been launched through until the end of February. So trusting that when you see this, you will have already explored and enjoyed and been uplifted and had your heart touched and your mind expanded by all the offerings of We the World. So also, as I am here with you now, whatever your now is, January 15th, there was news today of the breakthrough, tender, fragile ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. And a ceasefire and a peace agreement. So this is wonderful news. And so why aren't we jumping up and down? Yes, 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 we're jumping up and down. This is a milestone, and we're praying for this to be strengthened and secured for all of the people suffering in the Middle East. And so we come into this moment with our hearts full of gratitude for all the progress and all of the signs of peace within ourselves and around the world, and especially today, celebrating this new opportunity for sustained peace, sustained rebuilding of our world. And so as I sit here behind my computer is a picture of one of my heroes, in addition to Martin Luther King Jr., of course, and that's Albert Einstein. And I'm reminded that Albert told us that we simply cannot solve the problems with the same level of consciousness that created the problem in the first place. And so we're over brimming with problems everywhere, polycrises, everything appears to be breaking down, and as it should, because we are here, those of us that are conscious in our collective unity consciousness, to offer solutions for peace on earth and for a better way of being, relationships with each other and our world, the greater world. And we all have gifts. We all have ways of sharing and contributing. At the very least of these things, being our best selves, being our peaceful, happy, hopeful, visionary selves that can come together and create that new world that is in all of our hearts of everyone watching this at this moment. So how do we do this? Well, we know that higher level of consciousness, to me anyway, means below the conscious efforts and below and beyond the programming of a subconscious mind. All of that memory builds up and up and up. And so without doing our inner work, everything just builds and builds and builds until we get that last straw on the camel's back and we just go That seems to be what the world is doing. There's collective post-traumatic stress syndrome everywhere. And even if it's not in a war zone, we are watching war zones. We are hearing about all the tragic circumstances, humanitarian crises everywhere. So, what's to do? Beyond the conscious mind's efforts and beyond the subconscious program of all of the tape recorder, of all the history, how do we clear that out? Well, I'm really grateful and really blessed to have a simple way that is my gift to help you unlock and uncover and release and contribute your gifts. That's why I'm here. And so now, just like the rainbow, just like the rainbow, we all have a color, and all of the colors together bring us that beautiful bridge, that rainbow bridge, into a next level of our potential. Our collective efforts for peace will be realized. I'm an optimist, in case you hadn't noticed. I believe that we are all here for peace on earth. And all of the destruction we see around us is simply the chaos that needs to break down in order for us to break through, rebuild, come together in a way unlike we have seen in the whole history of humanity to this point. So we are in the very middle, in the midst of the greatest shift of the ages. So what's your part? What's your role? What are your gifts? Well, showing up and being peaceful, being happy for no reason, sharing acts of kindness are all very, very important. And the more we can feel aligned and feel peaceful within our own selves, feel our own light shine, just by showing up and just being who we are, being our best selves, being more of our best selves than ever before. How amazing is that apparently small piece? And yet it's the biggest piece that we can contribute. And from there, we get inspired, we collaborate. This is a year of greater collaboration than ever before. And IRT, Inner Resonance Technologies, the gift that I bring to the party, as Connie Baxter Marlowe would say of the trust frequency, and Andrew Cameron Bailey, what's your gift? What are you bringing to the party? So my gift to bring to the party is IRT, Inner Resonance Technologies, which operates at that next level of consciousness that dear Einstein spoke of. And also following along the lines of Buckminster Fuller, who said you can't fight against anything and win. So the path out of the old is to create the new. So this is what we're here doing together in these 40 days of celebrating Martin Luther King's legacy. And so inner resonance technologies, just what is that? And why is it a different level of consciousness? Well, the simple answer is that because IRT takes you where no man's gone before, like the theme of Star Trek. How it does that is through a series, a formula of very simple questions that, if you're not careful, can just underwhelm you and bypass your ability to really be conscious, because it works beyond the conscious mind and beyond the subconscious mind and boosts everything up into the superconscious, which is, some people would say, is our God consciousness. It's our quantum superconsciousness, our spiritual selves in all of our fullness, with access to all the infinite nature of the universe. That quantum field where everything's possible, where all of the peacefulness, all of the joy, all of the next level of expressing the love that we are is waiting for us and available. So what's the problem? Hey, we're breathing in infinite energy from source every breath. And every breath also contains holographic particles of memory of the whole history of the planet. So guess what? If we get peace, then peace gets us, and we get to ripple that out in that holographic universe of which we are a cell in the body of humanity and all of creation. And so, how do we do this? As I said, it's very, very simple. And so I would simply like to offer each and every one of you and hope for you to share this opportunity, if you will, to clear all of what's not the truth of you. And what is the truth of you? You're a spiritual being having a physical experience, right? So if we really are having this experience in this body, in this three-dimensional reality, and we're really breathing in infinite potential with every breath, we're our spirit, part of great spirit, part of the oneness and the wholeness that is the truth of us, which is all love, truly who we are. And of course, then we're breathing into our bodies. And you know, the body is a miracle. It's a beautiful miracle machine. And I can attest to that because in May 2024, a year ago, well, almost a year ago, I was at the Holo Movement in Ibiza, Spain, with all kinds of change makers, humanitarians, beautiful healers and scientists, and wonderful heart centered, peaceful people. Very blessed to be there. However, on the Saturday night before the last day, Sunday, was to be wrapped up, concluded, activated, I surprised myself and everyone by having a heart attack. So I ended up in ICU in Ibiza Hospital. And when people found out on Sunday morning, they all came out of their conference rooms, over 100 people, and sent me prayers, healing prayers, and love. I was in the ICU doing my own IRT on myself. And together, we are so strong and so effective that that healed my heart. The next morning, Monday, some people were still there and they came onto the beach. They went onto the beach and did another healing circle for me. How blessed I am. You know, we don't realize how loved we really are. And I was blessed to know how receptive I was to all that prayer and all that love, and how I was also able to take responsibility for my own inner landscape and clear the way to be fully receptive to all of what was being gifted to me. That healed my heart. I'm actually a medical miracle written up in the Spanish medical papers. So 3 days later, there was no blockage. My heart was totally healed and fine. I was on a plane 4 days after my release from hospital, flying home 18 hours on my own. We are the miracle. We are. And so taking that ability, our bodies are this miracle, as I said. It's a miracle machine. Actually, we're breathing infinite source energy into a quantum supercomputer that is this body made up of trillions and trillions and trillions upon cells. And each neuron in this trillion cellular system, every tiny neuron has 100,000 potential connections. That's not the end of it. The most gobsmacking part is that every one of those 100,000 potential connections of each tiny neuron has 85 billion wormholes into other dimensional realities. Yes, pick up your chin. Fell to the floor, I'm sure. We are incredible. Isn't that amazing? And so we're using this incredible, miraculous, quantum supercomputer as a word processor. And at the conscious level, it's limited in how we're able to impact and choose at the conscious level because there's so much stuff in the way I call static and resistance of old unresolved issues that are in the way of us shining our light as brightly as we might be, as we would hope to, and that's in our heart too. So IRT is a very simple formula of questions that allows us to make those agreements that and set the conditions and that then allow our superconscious, God consciousness, spiritual beingness, part of the one with all that is, the opportunity to go and just cut all the dead wood out of all the family trees, the ancestral trees, and neutralize and shift because, as Bruce Lipton says, we're all out of our minds because the mind is a field all around us. And it's the signals of unresolved memory and unresolved trauma and pain experiences in our field that keep the patterns going, right? We don't want to be a puppet. We want to be empowered. We want to take our power. Because you know what? Have you heard that we're only human? Well, do you know what human is? Human. Hu is the word for God. In the Eckankar spiritual movement, in ancient times. And so it's really, really interesting. And Hu is the outward breath. Hu. So guess what? Who are you really? Are you only human? Are you human? Are you God man? Okay, let's go and clear the way so that we can be in that integrated wholeness, that alignment with our greatest self, our God self. And just imagine in that clear space the impact and the difference and the contributions that we can make through our inspiration, through our creativity, contributing our gifts, really stepping up. It's 2025 is the time to step up. And so let's just clear all the stuff that's weighing us down, that's holding us back, so that we can launch into this year fully, fully alive. I like to say to people that, yes, I'm fully alive at the age of 75 in 2025, because last year I got a whole new healthy heart, totally cleared out. So I'm on my next 75 years because, consciousness runs reality, runs the body. So we can live for longer times in very healthy, strong ways. Are you ready? Are you up for that? Whatever you're up to, your superconscious knows best. Your spiritual self knows best for you. So if you'd like, why don't we just go down the rabbit holes and have an experience? Because whether or not you believe it, maybe, well, not too many people are atheists or agnostics in these communities. However, you can be, and it doesn't matter what your spiritual beliefs are. There is a place beyond what we believe, and that is that field that Rumi talks about. Beyond the ideas of right or wrong, good or bad, the duality, there is that field that has the whole picture of your potential and who you truly are. And that's what we allow. So IRT is all about allowing. It's about effortless grace to guide the way to instant and permanent shift of what's ready in any given moment. Nothing happens that you're not ready for, that you don't agree on, because the agreements are with your own self. I don't do anything to you or for you. Thankfully, gratefully, I'm blessed by having created this system, this 7-question formula that activates and catalyzes the part of you that's so ready to really be free, free at last. And then you'll have a place, a switch, a reactivation switch on your body that you can program in at the end with 5 deeper breaths, because then all you need, you guys remember, you're a quantum supercomputer, your body's incredible. You are incredible as a spiritual, limitless being. And so together, we program a spot, doesn't matter where it is, tongue in the roof of your mouth, finger and thumb, crunching up your toes, doesn't matter. It's a signal then that the brain notices, all levels of consciousness notice, and then you get to program that in with 5 deeper breaths at the end when you're feeling good, when you're feeling the God within. Remember Wayne Dyer? Everybody needs to feel good. Everybody wants to feel good. That's what our main job is, to feel good. And good is just God with an extra O, right? So let's go. Let's clear the way. Let's clear out all the dead wood. Let's neutralize all of those negative and ongoing patterns and programs that no longer serve our higher good or the higher good of the collective, so that we can then come together in harmony and alignment and activation of all of our greatest selves in collaboration, because we are needed to show up together. Remember, the next Buddha, they say, is a Sangha. It's a community. So let's come together in unity with all of the unique expressions of our special, unique contributions that add up into the wholeness, which is only love. It's all love. Okay, so let's go. So are you breathing? Ah, yes. And all these questions are designed, predisposed, if you will, to yes, because you're saying yes to your own greater self. So breathing, just breathing, whatever way you feel like breathing, and just allowing that breath to breathe you. And remember who you are through your breath. You're being a spiritual being, breathing in limitless field of possibilities, of potential, every breath. And it's your opportunity for whatever you believe spiritually, if you have any spiritual beliefs, to invite, invoke, and say a simple yes and thank you to that support that we have. We're not supplicating for help me, save me. We are it, right? You know, like the Hopi prophecy, we are the ones we've been waiting for. So we're waking up that higher consciousness that is that field beyond right or wrong, good or bad duality, into that next level, higher level of consciousness than the one that we've built up and created from within. So yes, breathing with awareness of your body, remembering the body's a miracle. We are the miracle. And so because of all beliefs and all buildup and stress, you know, this happens, and the body's not able to be fully responsive to all of the goodness that's waiting. Too much static, too much resistance. And it's all energy. It's all it is. So we want to switch on and wake up the body, because it's gone to sleep. It's just too painful. It's just like, no, thank you, no. And so now switch on and wake up, body. So let's say those words together. 1, 2, 3. Switch on and wake up, body. Yes. And so the next step is you're now at the keyboard. You're at the command center, whether you believe it or not. Just play along and you'll find out. You'll get surprises that you had never anticipated. I just love that about this work. So, my dears, let's just take a moment to reflect on a few things. Maybe it's one big thing, it doesn't matter, one small thing, because you know, whatever we have an intention for, that the conscious level is the chooser, and then we're going to bump it up into that higher level of consciousness that knows how to take care of all the heavy lifting. So the body, we're just saying, thank you, body, for your resilience. And maybe part of you is breaking down, but now with clearing all of that buildup at a whole different level of consciousness, then the body will be freed up just to be healthy, like mine was. People have healed broken bones in 10 minutes during this protocol. The possibilities are limitless. And so now, just allowing whatever you're reflecting on to be the doorway to the all of everything else that wants to piggyback, that is sitting in the background, no longer relevant or serving any useful positive purpose except just to poke at you and bug you and keep you small and limit you and hold you back. Whoa, let's just clear all that, right? All right, so progressing, allowing, choosing to allow all unresolved issues, known and unknown, that limit us in all the different aspects of who we are physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, relationships. Oh, wow. Yeah, everything's related to everything else. It's all entangled. Some things are just more tangled than others, aren't they? We wanted to smooth all that out, and especially that relationship we have with our own greater source and ourself and the all of everything that is unity, consciousness, wholeness, that is love. So as Rumi said, do not seek love. Seek instead to remove all the barriers, all the blocks to love. So that's what we're doing. Because I am love, and so are you. And so now we're addressing all levels of memory, your whole life, right back to when you popped into the world, all the time you swam around inside, all right back, all the way right back to conception and beyond, into all the ancestral memory. Yes, yes, all of our ancestral memory, all memory fields are sitting here, all this at this very moment in that quantum field where everything exists simultaneously, where everything is addressed and shifted in a very twinkle of your eye. And so this whole life, all of your ancestral memory, then the soul field memory, past, present, concurrent, parallel, future, right? Brought together into this moment. All those fields collapse into this breath, the power of now, the power of presence. That's the only thing that's real. So we're just shifting anything and everything that's no longer needs to be perceived as real. And so beyond the soul memory field is the collective memory field. And guess what? We're breathing. Recycled, recycled atmosphere. We're all recycled. And we're part of each other just by breathing, because we're breathing in holographic particles of memory of the whole history of creation. Wow. Physically, we're one just by breathing. Isn't that remarkable? Indeed. And so beyond that is the galactic field, whatever that might mean to each of us. And beyond that, of course, is that greater cosmic field of wholeness, of oneness, where we're, which is waiting for us to wake up and contribute our unique gifts into that diversity of wholeness and unity consciousness that is not complete without us. And so it holds us in that place of memory as we start to wake up and clear all the filters, all the stuff that's been imprinted and programmed and conditioned. Oh, take a breath. And so now we are choosing to allow, are you choosing to allow all of your multidimensional selves to be coherently realigned with the next level of expression of your greatest, most loving, most compassionate self, free of all the conditioning that no longer is necessary, and having a full, healthy body. Because, when you clear all of the information in your field that's built up, that's called dis-ease, when you ease the field, then the body instantly responds in a healthy way. Isn't that remarkable? This is what science is telling us. And so now we are bumping it up into that next level of your greatest expression of your greatest self, healthy, happy for no reason, abundantly, passionately in service by showing up every day, shining your light and being inspired, coming together with all of us, with our gifts, to have one big party, a party of peace, of celebration. And so now here comes some agreements. So ones you're making with yourself. So are you choosing to allow all of this to unfold, even though it seems unbelievable? My tagline is beyond belief, creating new realities. So we'll go beyond what we believe we believe. And are you choosing to allow all of this to unfold, if it's possible, in the safest and most appropriate ways for you and all concerned at all times? Yes. Are you choosing greater ease and gentleness than we've been conditioned and programmed for with the struggle? Oh, wouldn't that be great? Say yes to that potential. And are you also choosing to allow effortless grace for instant and permanent shift of what's ready at this time? And what may not be ready? To trust that everything is unfolding on your journey, and you'll have another tool that allows you to instantly shift on a daily basis to exponentially fast track your freedom and create your dreams. I have a dream. Do you have a dream? Yes, we all have a dream that lives in the center of our hearts. And so now, are you also choosing to allow the part of you that's open to something different being possible in a different way than what we've been conditioned and programmed for to be in charge? And are you choosing to allow the part of you that's really ready to be peace, to be love, to be in the center of your being, happy for no reason, to be joining with others in harmony and alignment, activating a whole new world, a new earth? Yes, asking that part of you to be in charge. And the next agreement, are you choosing to allow the part of you that knows how to do all this beyond your conscious mind? Conscious mind is limited in its perception. So we're bumping it up into that greater field of your quantum superconsciousness, beyond the conscious mind's ability to track or need to think or figure anything out, beyond your body's need to act anything out. Isn't that amazing? This is beyond process because it's beyond the conscious mind, beyond the body, into the field, beyond our awareness where everything gets handled. Yeah, like a tool, like a super duper defrag antiviral program for your whole matrix. Wow, that's cool. And so now, yes, we're playing in this field and we're allowing, we're fully receptive. And so there's nothing to do at this moment except to drift. Drift wherever your mind feels easeful. And the truth is, with that last agreement, it's already done because that's the place where there is no time, where the power is in our choices and in those agreements that make it safe and easy and fast, instant for what's ready, and speed it up for what wants its own time and its own way. All those agreements are in place and activated. And already you may feel that you've just automatically and profoundly dropped into a deeper place of peace within your own self. Just breathe. and feel aware of how you're feeling. And if you're feeling good, like you knew you should, you get an opportunity to just breathe in and out of your heart center, filling it up with all of your blessings, what you're grateful for, what you appreciate, what makes you feel good. And helping others makes us feel good. Making a difference is what we're here for. That feels great. So as you reflect on your breath, being aware, breathing in and out, maybe even 360, if that's really easy for you to do, just breathing out from the center of your being, breathing in from the field of love right into the center of your heart, and then breathing out around your whole bubble in all directions, and choosing a spot that you can program a switch, your next level of wholeness and your freedom to be more of yourself than ever before. Happy. What a concept in this incredible, chaotic world that we can be that center, that eye of the storm. So breathing with awareness of how you're feeling, with your breath, in and out of your heart center, all filled and overflowing with your blessings, and choosing your spot. And now I invite you into 5 deeper breaths to really program that switch. 5 is a new program. So breathing in and touching, and breathing out, just let your hand drop. Next inward breath, touching, exhaling, letting go. Third breath in, and breathing out, letting go. Fourth breath in. Final breath in. And breathing out, just letting your arm drop, or your tongue, or your fingers, whatever it is. That's it. And now, how you apply that switch is on a daily basis to keep current and keep opportunity happening for what wasn't ready at this moment, that may be tomorrow, next week. And then you're deeply conditioning that response of your brain. And it's the end result chemistry of wholeness and the frequency of greater freedom to be more of your greater self than ever before. And so, before bedtime, before you nap, because that's when the body does its more efficient cellular rejuvenation and dream time sorts things through. In the morning, it's an intention to have that program activate and run through the day to take care of business in the background as it happens. As it happens, everything is just smooth and soothed as a program is running to automatically take care of that. And of course, then, you know, what life does sometimes, when you remember, when you come back to your senses, so to speak, do a touch of the breath, or do as many as you need. There's no rules on this. 5 is a program, but when you're in the middle of whatever it is, you get to do a single one that brings back, it's a super duper defrag in each moment, shifts your entire field right back into the center, free and clear of whatever it was. And not only that, but everything else that was in the background that wanted to piggyback on that and take opportunity to shift. So every day in every way, we truly are getting better and better. It's a one breath, one touch wonder. It's a simple program, but incredibly profound. So yes, I bless you as you bless yourself, and apply this simple tool on a daily basis and include it in all other techniques and other methods that you're doing in your life to make a difference for yourself and others. It plays well with others. Any other technique, do your touch breath before, and that clears the space, clears the field of unnecessary static and resistance so that everything that you're doing for yourself and with yourself becomes more efficient and more available to you. And then after you've had that wonderful massage, or you've done your EFT or other techniques, or you had a really beautiful meal, fully nutritious, then just add that in afterwards. So you're always building on the next level of what you have experienced. And another way to empower and strengthen that end result chemical signature and that greatest frequency of your greatest self is when you smell a rose, or you hug a friend, or you see a rainbow, or you see, oh, wow, what a wonderful thing when you see that there's a new peace agreement in the Middle East, like today. Just add that in. So you're building on the strength of what you have access to every day. So thank you so much for your time and for playing with me. And notice the changes that happen. They sneak up on you because it's effortless, it's intangible from the conscious and body level. And yet miracles happen every day. So pay attention, enjoy, and bless all of your blessings. Thank you so much.